Ohayou gozaimasu. How are you all doing today? Today's video is just going to be kind of a check-in since I've been doing this for 1 week and just kind of a little bit of my thoughts and processes on this. But first, I'm sure you're wondering the riveting question. Okinawa is really cold. Take for instance right now, I am wearing a sweater, an oven-like jacket, like one that I got for when I was in mainland because of how cold it was over there, blanket, jeans, I've got the heater running, and I'm still cold. It was something like 11 degrees Celsius and the actual feels like 8 or 7 or something like that, which is colder than I remember being for at least the last 5 or so years or so when somebody claimed that there was some random snowfall going on. As far as releasing a video every single day, I feel tired. You want me to be perfectly honest? On top of all the other stuff that I do in my day, which sometimes is not much, but I also have a full-time job where I work. Well, I'm a salary employee, so I can kind of choose my hours to some degree, but typically I do work about 8 hours on average, so give or take a little bit depending on daily needs. And then you add on creating a video every single day, which you have to kind of spend some time shooting it, more time editing it, and that is kind of a really time-consuming process in itself. And the first 4 days of the year I was off, so I was able to just kind of do the videos themselves, but I really underestimated it. And when I threw in having to go back to work as well as still making videos, it really kind of took a toll on me for a little bit, especially since I'm trying to stay fit as well too. So admittedly, since the 3 days I've been working, I only worked out one of the days when I was planning to work out at least 2, but I just couldn't really find the time. Definitely, for sure. I think now that I am occupying a lot more my time doing things that I'm committed to doing, such as, I mean, there's obviously work, but having to actually sit down and pull aside at least 2 to 4 hours on video processing and video editing, it's really worked on my time management, which is something that I've suffered at a lot. Even at work, I notice that there are some things where I'm making sure things are in an orderly manner as much as possible. There's obviously a lot of things that we can't control, but for the things that we can, we have to learn to prioritize too. I've had a little bit less sleep compared to before, but I've definitely felt a difference in myself in regards to valuing my own time. As far as what you can expect to see from me, I kind of prefaced it in my original video where I talked about like doing games or trying out new things, and I've kind of showed you a little bit about what I do in my life, and hopefully I can kind of expound upon that a little bit. Maybe I might show you guys a little bit of gaming videos or kind of look at articles or movies and kind of talk about them, or candid reaction videos I guess would be something that I'm also interested in. I also want to talk about some things regarding Japan and Japanese culture, or maybe some basic Japanese learning, but just kind of stuff like that. As far as video editing goes, I've learned quite a bit. I use the program called DaVinci Resolve 17. I think it's the beta version. And I did learn a little bit from watching Matt do the videos. He showed me a little bit about how he creates his videos as far as chopping off a lot of the blocks. But obviously I'm kind of learning a little bit as I go. As you can see, my videos have all kind of been experimental in some ways, where I've had odd noise quality or some strange effects or stuff like that. But I've looked at a lot of tutorial videos on YouTube about how to do this kind of stuff. That's how I kind of learn a lot of stuff. I just do some self-studying, and then from there I just kind of commit. Once I do get into editing though, for me, I stay focused. For the most part, I will not move from my seat. I will sit there and start from start to finish. I'm somebody, I hate doing stuff half-assed. Even though there are some times that'll inevitably happen, I really don't like leaving things unfinished, or chutohampa as we say in Japanese. And actually, I do enjoy the editing process for the most part. I know it's something that people will consider to be really tedious, but I really like improving onto things. My main struggle is actually creativity, because I'm trying to sit there thinking of new topics or new and innovating topics that maybe people haven't done before, and it's so hard to be original these days. But case in point, my video last night where I was making the energy balls, I had to cut maybe maybe not quite that much, but I had to cut maybe like 75% of the footage because I was just falling asleep. And I was just like, man, I am so repetitive. There's just so much stuff that it's not even interesting to me. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, am I really this boring to listen to in real life? But maybe I'm over exaggerating on myself a little bit. Maybe it's just because since we are by ourselves and we always listen to ourselves, so we're very harsh about what we say to ourselves by nature. It was just, I don't know. I mean, I think I ended up making a halfway decent video, but that's kind of just how I'm feeling right now. I am enjoying it overall. Again, the changes are definitely there. I'm noticing it in my life and kind of just my self-confidence. But I've got 1 week down. I've got 52 52 or 53 more to go. So here's to 52 more weeks of YouTube videos. Thank you guys again for watching today's video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. ありがとうございました。また明日。